Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to study 2.8 of our syllabus. It's called Towns and Rivers, uh, written by Maman Dai. She belongs to northeast state of India, Arunachal Pradesh. And in this poem, she is very much concerned about the river. She is very much concerned about the protections of the environment. And in this poem, she said that nowadays, due to the rapid advancement in the field of science and technology, the area and the forest are diminishing day by day. But these industries, they are sending their waste into the river, due to which the river water become polluted, and it is a serious threat to the aquatic and marine life. Means fish, frogs, and snakes, alligators. So all these animals are living in the river, so they are suffering from this serious threat. So the poet, she said that the need of an hour is to there to conserve these rivers, mountains, forests. Okay, today's need is to protect our natural this environment. But poet, she says that in my town, when I was in my childhood, when I was very young at that time, I was seeing there is no change in my small town. So the town is totally means unchanged, and the poet, she said, and her past memories are still alive in the heart of the poet, and she has highlighted the problems which is faced by the river. Okay, so let us have a glance over the text. Small towns always remind me of that. My hometown lies calmly amidst the trees. It is always the same in summer or winter with the dust mite. In the first four lines, the poet said that whenever I am coming to my small town in my village, at that time it reminds me of that. Means what? Serious threat. Means people are throwing the garbage and industrial waste are going into the river, and due to which earlier the river water was very clean, fresh. It was very fresh. At the night time when the star twinkles, their shining was reflected on the surface of the water of the river, and fishes, you can see the fish by your eyes very clearly. So the water was in those days very clear, but nowadays river gets polluted, and in this way the fishes they are facing a serious threat, and it is very serious threat to marine and aquatic life. She says that my hometown lies calmly among the trees. It is always the same in summer or winter. Means there is no change. The poet, she does not find any kind of change in her small town. Means earlier when she was young, small kids, during the time of childhood, she found that her small town was as it is. There is no changes has taken place so far. It is always the same in summer or winter with the dust lying, and everywhere the dust were lying on the air, or the wind howling down the gorge. Howling means wild wind. The wind was howling means the air was the wind was running very quickly down the gorge. Gorge means narrow valley between hills or mountain. Narrow valleys between. Gorge means narrow valley between hills or mountain, and howling means wild. So the wild wind were running towards the mountains and valleys very fast. Okay, wind was blowing very fast, very quickly at the narrow valley of the mountains. Okay, so this is the first explanation of the first stanza. In the first stanza, what the poet says means she is very much concerned about the pollutions which has been taken into the river, and the river is facing serious threat, and her hometown is surrounded by the trees, and it is always the same in summer, winter, and with the dust flying, and dust was flying, and wind was blowing very quickly, and passing over the valley of her house, nearby her house. So, now second stanza. Just the other day, someone died in the dreadful silence. We were looking at the same wreath of tuberculosis, life and death, life and death, life and death. Only the rituals are permanent. In the second stanza, the poet is talking about means Just the other day, someone died. In the dreadful, dreadful means shocking, extremely bad. Whenever any person dies in the village, at that time, means there is a complete silence in the village, and we wept. Whenever any person passed away from the family, when he died, at that time, the family members of those deceased were weeping. Looking at the sad wreath of tuberculosis, life and death. So what happened? The poet here, she says that every day people are taking new birth, they are dying, and but one thing is very common. When the departed soul, when the person dies, after his death, all the village people, all the relatives and families members, they are coming at the funeral, and there they are giving tuberoses. Tuberoses is one kind of flower, and they are giving the bouquet. Means they are paying a homage to the deceased man who has already died now. To them, they are giving respect in the funeral rites. It is the last day of the life of the deceased man who has already died. Now they are giving respect in honor. They are giving tribute to that dead man. So she said that the rituals are the same. Every day people are taking birth, and every day people are dying. But one thing is very common on each and every funeral, that people, they are coming with bouquet and they are giving respect in honors of that man. And in this way, one thing is very much common. They are giving bouquet. Brief means bouquet of tuberoses. Tuberoses is one kind of flower. It was fastened by the what we can say, small thread. Okay, and that bouquet they are placing at the at the dead body of the person who has already died. Life and death. Only the rituals are permanent. Life and death. People are born and they are dying. But one thing is very much common all over the vicinity of the poet. Tuberoses means tuberoses is one kind of flowers are woven into wreath to be placed on the body. Means they are giving the respect. Okay, it's a bouquet. Bouquet they are giving, and this is the interpretation of the second stanza. Now, in the second stanza, the poet sees in the first stanza she's talking about the river. The river is in danger. The need of an hour is to save the river, but we are not bothered about it. Human beings are very much selfish for their selfish gain. What we are doing, we are not bothered about the river. We should protect the river. We should protect our natural environment. In the second stanza, the poet is talking about the regular routine of birth and death. But one thing is common, that is when the person dies, the people they are giving tribute with the bouquet. So this is the interpretation of the second stanza. So now we will discuss third stanza. In our third stanza, we'll discuss that the poet says that river has a soul. What is the meaning of that river has a soul? So this line is an example of personification. River has a soul. Who can have a soul? Living beings. Obviously, living beings have a soul. Can river have a soul? No. The poet is given the human quality of having a soul to the river. So a river is personified. The river is inanimate object. So here the poet is giving the life to the quality of human being to the river. So this line is the figure of speech personification. The poet says that river has a soul and life cycle. This what means here the poet wants to say that river has a soul. Means what? We human being, we does not like to live in this dirty environment. Okay, we want cleanliness. We will think about health and hygiene. Similarly, the poet says that river is also having a soul. River is also just like a human being. Okay, if you throw the garbage into the river, so then what will happen? The poet says that this river will stop her breath. River means hold her breath for a few moments, for some time. Why? Because we are doing the pollution into the industrial waste into the river. So it is where river when becomes dirty, at that time she stop her breath. So here the poet wants to say that we should not throw the garbage into the river, industrial waste into the river, and the river has a life cycle. The next one is First drop of rain makes dry river alive. First drop. First drop of whenever, take the example, for example, most of the atheists, they say that there is no God. Okay, I'm telling you, during the time of summer season, all the tree become dry. Okay, when the first drop of the monsoon fall on the tree, dry tree, it becomes alive. There you will find everywhere there is a greenery, grass nearby your surrounding, right? Yes. So the Almighty God makes them give the rebirth to all these trees. So then why not Almighty God will give the new life to the man who dies here in the world at the time of day of judgment? Is it possible when the trees, the Almighty God gives the rebirth, then why not to us Almighty God will give us birth at the time of day of judgment? So this is our belief. Okay, now come to our point. Here the quote is that first drop of rain makes dry river alive. Means what? At the time of summer season, river become dry, and when the first drop of monsoon fall on the ground, at that time that groundwater goes into the river, and in this way the rivers become fresh. Dry rivers become alive. So the new life is given by the Almighty God to the river. So that the quote must say. Now the third point is that the quote remembers the happy memories of her childhood. When she was coming to a small town, then she recalls the past memories during the time of childhood. There were not a such type of pollution was there in the river. But nowadays she find that there is too much pollution into the river. All the industrial waste and garbage are floating on the surface of the river. Okay, so she is very much concerned about the nature. And next, beautiful mountain rivers. The quote says that beautiful mountain rivers, forests, all have divine elements. So these are the part of the nature. Almighty God has made all these mountain, river, forest. So they are having a divine element. They are having a divine power. Okay, rivers, the revival of the river takes place. Forest, if you cut, then what will happen at the time of monsoon season? Again, the forest grows. River will become dry in the time of summer season. At that time, again sea goes the new life, and the water comes onto the river. Mountain, they are having a divine power, divine element. Almighty God has given such a power to all these natural things, mountain, rivers, and forests. Then in the last stanza, the quote says that the quote quote that these remain unspoiled. Or quote quote that these remain unspoiled means what? Is mountain, river, forest. Okay. Whatever pollution we make, it doesn't matter. When the monsoon season will come, so river will become fresh, pure, chaste. Mountain will also become fresh after receiving the water. There is a greenery everywhere we are looking. Next, forest will also grow, and in this way, no changes will take place. So, in this way, the poet appeals us to protect the environment. We should more concern about the protection of the environment. Okay, now let us have a glance over the text. The river has a soul. In summer, it cuts through land like a torrent of grief. Torrent is very heavy. Torrent. Torrent is very heavy. Very heavy. Torrent. The quote says, in the summer it cuts through the land. At the time of summer season, the land, it cuts through the land, means all the water level goes down, and in this way the river cuts from the land. With a torrent grief, torrent is very heavy. Sometimes I think it holds its breath. The quote says that sometimes I noticed that at that time she holds her breath, means she has stopped her breathing. She had stopped taking the inhalation. Okay, she had stopped to take the breath. I think it holds its breath, seeking a land of fish and stars. Why? Here the poet wants to say that the river wants means cleanliness. River is expected cleanliness from the human being. During those time in the past, the river was very clean. and when the star twinkles on the sky at that time, the shadow of the twinkling, you can reflection you can see in the water. Such neat and clean water was there. Okay, and stars. Okay, stars shadow you can see, and fishes were shining in the water. If you see very clearly with your eyesight, you can see that how the fishes were means swimming on the water of the river. But now the river has stopped her breathe. The poet is saying in this stanza. Sometime I think it is going to be seeking a land of fish and star. The river wants the fish to survive under her, and she wants the reflection of the stars who were twinkling over the sky. So this point is very important, and the poet is having expectation. But what we are doing, we know. Next, the river has a soul. The river has a soul. The river is just like a human being. It knows stretched past the town from the first drop of the rain to dry earth and mist of the mountain top. The river knows the immortality of water. What is the meaning? Mist. Mist means moisture. Mist means moisture. M-I-S-T. Mist. You know mist? Mist means moisture. Moisture. Moisture of the water object which falling from the sky during a time of monsoon. You see mountain top. The river it knows it the past from the first drop of rain. When the first drop of rain, the moisture comes from the mountain top. All the water it comes from the mountain to the river. Okay, the water which is falling from the mountain is coming to the river. Then what happened? The immortality of water. What is the meaning of immortality? Means the ability to live forever without death. Immortal. Immortal means the person who never dies is known as immortal. But at the post is that the river is the water is immortal. Means what? Wherever you go, in the time of monsoon season, the water which is falling from the mountain, it is groundwater is going into the river, and this water is immortal. Means what? It is going into the ocean and it is spread all over the surface of the earth. Okay, immortal. Water is immortal. It will never die. It will reach everywhere, wherever it will get the slope. So the requirement of water to reach its destiny is that it must get the slope. It will get slope wherever the water will get the slope. It will fall down and it will reach to its destiny. So what is important? Slope is very important for the water to reach. Next, a shrine of happy pictures marks the day of childhood. Small towns grows with anxiety for the future. Shrine, what the poet, past memory of the poet. The poet said that whenever I was coming to my village, to my small town, there what I see is shrine. Shrine, you know, shrine is a tomb, mausoleum or tomb, we can say shrine. Shrine means when the person dies, we are taking them into the graveyard. Okay, we are making a tomb. Okay, that is the shrine. The poet reminds a past memory, and she says that in the past memory, happy picture marks the day of childhood. At that time, everything was going on very well. A small town grows with anxiety, but now poet is very much anxious. She is very much disappointed for the future of a small town. Okay. The dead are placed pointing west. When the soul rises, it will walk into the golden east in the house of the sun. And the poet is talking about the rituals of a native place in Arunachal Pradesh, in the northeast. When the people dies, at that time what happened? They are placing the dead body up from the western position, and so that the dead body could see the face of the sun. And they are having this belief: after looking the face of the sun, the soul will go to the heaven. From the sun, it will reach to the heaven. Just like they are having this perception, the village people. Rises means move upward. Soul rises means the person when dies, his soul will goes into the heaven. Okay. In the cool bamboo, restored in sunlight, life matters like this. So those days were very happy. Everywhere there was greenery and environment was very cool, and there was bamboo trees restoring sunlight. Sunlight was coming, life matters like this, and life was passing very happily during those days, means in the past of the poet. In the past, all the things was running very smoothly, and there was happiness. Still, the past memories are cherished into the hearts of the poet, and her past memories are still alive. In small towns by the river, we all want to walk with the gods. So what the poet says in the last line, he's saying that all this one, beautiful mountain, river, forest, all have divine element, all are associated with nature, and all these other creations of Almighty God. Mountain, river, forest, they are Almighty God has given them the power, okay, power to sustain on this surface earth. Mountains sustain erect on the surface of the earth. River is falling very fast. Forest is the home of all the wild animals. So these all are the creation of the God. And in this way, the poet hope that these all will remain unspoiled. This thing will remain unspoiled. Whatever pollution we are making, no doubt, but Almighty God is there to take their guarantee. Almighty God is there to give them safeguard the mountain, river, forest. Okay, so in this way, the poet is very much concerned about the river, and he says that we should protect the river. It is the need of an hour. We should always protect the river. We should not throw the garbage in our surrounding, and we must take the care of the natural environment. It is the need of an hour, and it is the responsibility of each and every one of us to take the special care of our environment. So in this way, in the entire poem, the poet she is very much anxious about the river, and she wants the progress of our small town. But thing is that the people, they are not bothered about it, and in this way, the poet, she is very much concerned about the protection of the river. She is a conservationist of the mountain, rivers and forests. So this is the entire explanation, interpretation of the text. Now we will discuss the message of the poem. The message of the poem I will give you now. The message of the poem is that it is a lament. You know, lament is lament. What we can say means in a sad tone. The poet has written this poem in a very short, sad tone. She is feeling very much disappointed about the destructions of the nature for the development. But what we are doing, government is giving the permission to the agriculture land. They are making ending non-agriculture, and in this way they are giving permission to the industries. And what industries are doing, we all know that very well. Okay, we know that they are putting all the waste from the sewage canal to the river, and in this way it affects the aquatic and marine life. Okay. Nature development. In the name of development, we are not at all bothered about it. Protection of the environment. And next is, we will feel that the sorrow, we will feel after reading the poem, you will feel the disappointment, sad tone of the poet. Okay, sorrow means sadness of the poet after reading it. You will come to the how the poet is very much sad. When we read about how the nature beauty is damaged in the name of development, the nature beauty is damaged by the man. For man's sake, for the people, man's sake. With the industrialists, big capitalists. Who is this man? Industrialists, capitalists who are having enormous amount of thousands of crore rupees they are having. Okay, and what they are doing? They are taking the permission, and all the industrial men they are taking from the government, and the government is not bothered. They are only getting the money, and the basis of money they are giving the permission. Those industries man, greed. Who's greed? These rich people greed, and it is called progress. Okay, so in this way, the poet, she has already means in front of us. So she has character sketch the river. What type of river is the river is? She has a character sketch the river. The river is a natural means nature's power. Rio is having a natural power of revival, of taking a rebirth. Okay, now the river is exploited, how the forests are exploited, how the mountains are exploited. These things are before us. We have already, we are all aware of this fact that. So in this way, the poet appealed to all of us, all the reader, to take the special care of our environment. If today we'll save our environment, then definitely tomorrow our generation will get a good climate. Okay. If today we will not protect our environment, then our generation will face danger in the forthcoming years. So in this way, the poet is very much concerned about the protection of the environment. So here we have completed the entire interpretation of the text. So dear student, if you are having any doubt, you write your comment on our comment section of our YouTube channel. Thank you very much.